Hello guys, we are back and you too, thank you very much for being here with us. Today we got a kind of a special episode. We are changing things up because we have to. Our laptop is damaged, so we can't give you a nice edited video this week. We have to make a raw video just by the cell phone. And we are going to give you a tour, a complete tour of our farm, of our land. Well, anyway, we think it's a very good idea because now we are almost 6 months here, almost half a year here. And also we never have given you like a complete impression of our land. Like we've shown you here and there, and but it's very difficult to connect it and get a picture of how the land really looks like. So we wanted to do this anyway, so it's a good opportunity to do that. And well, since the computer is broken, also this week we can't show you animals. Well, maybe in our way we will see some, would be even better. And another good news is that our car did pass the inspection, so we don't have to worry about this anymore. And well, I would say let's go. Here we are like in the entrance of our farm, of the house. There, these two trees, they mark the entrance of our land. And now we are going to leave this side, like front porch. There is an exit. Here you see our tree nursery. The lots of trees we are going to transplant soon. These are cocoa trees, the breadfruit trees here, avocado, 3 tomatoes, more mango. And well, let's leave. Let's take a walk. Here you can see from the big 2 trees of the entrance following, there's this tree line. And this tree line marks the border of the land. Also you see here where it's like where we cut the weeds. You can see quite good where our land stops. So here is close to the house is the chicken area, the animal area. We also have ducks now. And in this moment the idea is we got like flowers and all these tropical plants, native plants from around, and we are planting them on the border to have it to have it look nicer, and also maybe give them a little more shade and protection from the eyes of the predators. So that's the idea behind this. And starting here, I planted white beans with Paulina. We planted all around the fencing area of the chickens. We planted beans and we want them to climb up. So let's see if it's going to work. Over here is starting like our pineapple area. This is where right now all the pineapples are. We already ate one and there are more coming. And well, we don't want to continue this way. We already planted more, and what we do is we like to use the pineapples to mark like the path. It's quite a good way. So we don't want to have like one area where there's lots of pineapples. We want to have pineapples all around. And of course, everywhere there is lots of plantain. And this was now the second time that we had to clean the weeds. And each time we are leaving the trees. This time already we cut some because the first time we left too many. It's too many already. So already there are some everywhere some trees already almost my size or even bigger in some spaces. So that's great. Here you can see we also planted in between the sticks. This is the yucca cassava, which we planted in many spaces where there's room for it. And here we have a first spot, like a clear spot, where you can see these are the black beans and also some corn, but this it didn't went very well the first time. The seeds were not too good. So like a week ago we planted a second time. We sowed more, and now there's more little corn coming. So we hope that here we are going to have our first field of corn and beans. And also we planted some watermelons. And now you will see that at this moment it's a constant battle with nature, with the weeds. You can't cut them as fast as they are growing now in rainy season, and the temperatures continue high. So all the weeds, all the stuff, it's growing so quickly. Like this area where we are going now, I cleaned it completely. It was like the place we are now, like I don't know, maybe 2.5 months ago. I cleaned it, and it's already looking like jungle again. And to continue, this is what's happening here. Here to continue show you the border is like where the dense vegetation is starting, is the border, and there you see these three trees with the huge leaves in the background. This is like the corner, and in front you see, I don't know if you can see it, there's a lot of yucca growing. And yeah, it will take I guess like 2 months. In 2 months we can collect this yucca, and after that all the part here down to the border of our land we want to leave wild. We are going to collect the yucca, and after that we are just leaving this part like it is. Also there down there's it's very humid part. There's lots of water when it's raining, so we think it will be a great space for wildlife, and we just want to leave it like it is, not cultivate anything, not do anything there. Oh, you see there, have to do that later. The one bunch was too heavy and came down. So this here is like the best zone for plantains. Here we are harvesting the biggest plantains. Also, it's like the zone where we see the most potential. There's already lots of trees growing, lots of variety. It's a part we like a lot, and on the other side you will see later there's not so much, so that's why we focused on the other side. And on this side here we didn't plant. We are more like chopping the weeds and letting the stuff that is already here grow, and for now we think that's enough. But as you can see, we have to get back to it. It's overgrown. And here you see something very annoying. I don't know why they did this. There are these wires, which are like traps everywhere, and it's yeah. Until now we couldn't get rid of them. It's very hard. We don't have the tools, so that's also a project to get rid of all these wires, because it's kind of dangerous. So from here you see better. These these trees there. This marks the corner of our territory. And over here, there like is a little stream. Well, you can't call it stream. It's only full of water when there's rain. But that from the trees following this stream is another border of our land, so we can continue walking along this line. Here we have another guanabana tree, which is already quite big. So as you see here, there's already stuff growing. And if you watch closely, there are lots of butterflies flying around. So maybe you can see them, and maybe this can compensate a little bit for this episode without animals. So here we already showed that one before. Here's another mango tree growing. The one there with the big leaves, that is a breadfruit tree. So here the stream divides, and here it's not completely clear, but we think that it's like the top of this little mountain there. That this is like the line where our land ends, but it's not completely clear. So you see here, it's like here now. This is what I made, like, I don't know, almost 2 weeks ago now. I cleaned here, and then we look there, and the difference is that it's like 2 months of difference from cutting down. On this side is what like it is here, and 2 months later it's already this way again. And well, here we are trying, as you can see here, we are leaving various different types of plants, of trees. There you can see more, and that is like the idea that we have. Maybe we are leaving too much for the space. We will see later on, but we are thinking that later on we still can cut them down if it's too much. Yep. So here is another, like a stream, which is connecting with the stream down, which marks our land. And come. Here in this area, we think that it probably would be a very good idea to at some point make another pond. But when this is more in the future, we didn't even manage to have our first pond holding the water. So, but we think it's a great spot here. Anyway, there's coming down a lot of water. It's like already naturally formed its way, its course. So yeah, and you see, when it's raining, there's the water here. There are already little ponds for the kids to play. So from here we can look again. This big tree, and what we are thinking is that it's maybe a few meters behind that tree is the line, like this, until over there the big trees commence. That's where our land finishes. Yeah. Yay. So well, here we have another area which until recently we didn't touch, we didn't clean. So now here was a lot of yucca growing, and was already huge, and we wanted to get it out. So now we cleaned this whole mountain here and harvested a lot of yucca. And also here we planted some of the the native trees that we got, which we showed you in some prior video. And yeah, here you see these are the sticks of the yucca plant. We left them here, and in the next week at some point we are going to divide them in parts, and we are going to plant more yucca. And here I think it's quite easy to see where our land finishes. And I don't know, look at this, it's amazing. This is pure jungle there on the other side. Unfortunately our land is like small, so we can't have too much of that, but we also want to have, like the corner we showed you over there, we want to have it the same, because it's just so beautiful, and you hear the sound. It's just look at this is so dense. This is real jungle. That's amazing. We also want to have that. And also the neighbors, the one of this land, for now he didn't do it, but he was thinking about chopping it all down and start cultivating there as well. So we hope he won't do it, but it can happen. And this part here, from all this slope down and until the end of our land, also we are now we cleaned it, got the yucca out, but we are not going to plant nothing new there. We also are going to let nature take its course there, and maybe that it can continue like it's on the other side. Also thinking that if he really chops down everything, that we at least got like a border, and yeah, also like protection from all the poisons they use and all this stuff. And here you can see that here we planted yucca, and it's already rooted and already coming the new leaves. That's what it looks like. So here we have to walk with a little bit of caution to not damage them already. So and now we have to have even more caution, because what's coming here is like our big area of corn. There you can see it. Here is the corn growing, and also beans. Here we have the red beans. So here we have a huge area. So now we have to continue with caution. We can go over there on the border of our land. Because there we didn't plant. Here, that's what you see here. These are yam. This is yam, which now also is growing everywhere. Since they didn't collect it properly, some of the roots stayed inside the ground, and now it's regrowing. And we also planted some more, so I think we are going to have a quite good yam harvest. So here we even have a fence. We do not have a fence everywhere, maybe it would be a good idea, but well, also the neighbors, they don't have cattle or anything, which would be problematic. So it really wouldn't have such a great effect, and well, it's a great investment. It would cost a lot of money, so for now we don't want to do it.
Hey.
So from here we can see the house again, and we arrived at our vegetable garden. Let's go inside. So, first of all, while Anjul is showing you around a little, maybe I will accompany her and tell you a little bit something. As you might see, we didn't make recently we didn't make a lot of progress here. It's like in this moment there's so much more work to do than we have time and that we can do. So we really have to set priorities. And well, unfortunately, the vegetable garden is not the #1 priority. Here we have a cucumber, which I think I'm going to take to the house. Well, the garden is not the #1 priority. Now with the rain, we just have to plant a lot of trees. We have to plant the corn, the beans, all these crops, which we need a lot, and also the trees. I think it's much more important because this will produce during a lot of years, and it will be such an improvement to our land. So this definitely is the #1 priority. But still, I think we set a pretty good foundation here in the garden. And when we got more time again to dedicate us, I think it's in this moment with the mulch and all the stuff, we are still fertilizing it. This week we cleaned it up a bit, cut a little bit the weeds. You can see here, this week we also planted some banana plants. Also here there's yam growing, the papaya trees and other fruit trees, they are growing well. So the garden is working for itself. We leave it a little bit to itself. But still, you see, we can harvest almost every day we have a cucumber. We have you maybe saw the peppers and some leaves also there. You see the rucola is looking nicely. So we have also some leaves, some greens. And to be completely honest, in our like plan that we made at the beginning, we are a lot further with our garden than we thought we would be at this point. So yeah, this is kind of an extra. And now we want to show you another corner of the garden. Down there is a little pond. It's also not holding the water very good, but at least like when it stops raining and it may be necessary, at least for like some weeks we can get water out there to water the garden. You see there everywhere is the yam growing, which is amazing. So here is a little pond, and yeah, at some point also we want to improve it a little, maybe, because a good pond is also very useful for our garden. All the animals which it brings, which help us control like maybe pests and stuff in the garden. So yeah, also are going to have to work on that later on. But now we continue the tour. And well, as you probably might already have guessed, behind the garden where it finishes, where you see the trees. It's again, it's the border of our land. Here you see, for now, our biggest avocado tree. We don't like the spot, but we don't want to change it, because maybe we are going to hurt it or anything, so it stays there. Okay, so here is the border of our land, and right next to the garden, all this mess here, we have a plan for that. Like maybe until these trees, and down like here rectangular space. And well, the plan is that probably next year, maybe even a bit more in the future, we want to have goats. So this here will be the space for the goats. We have here like a little even area where we can maybe build a little shack for the goats, and there is it's a great space. There are already some trees, and when we get the goats, the trees should be big enough that the goats won't damage them too much anymore, that they survive the goats, because they really like to chew on the stems. And yeah, what we will have to do is cut everything except the trees we want to leave, and we want to yeah, get a good mix of seeds of grasses and maybe some clover and stuff to sow here. So yep, that's what we are going to have to do. But this is like in the future. Originally we wanted for this rainy season already plant more corn here, but it's yeah, you already saw there's a lot of work, so we know it's impossible, we won't make it. So we already abandoned this idea, and the land is not finished. It's like all the way this line until there where you see the tree line in the back. I think we won't walk it all because it's also pretty overgrown here, and don't want to do it now. And from there it's going down, 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 and we're gonna watch it from the other side and from down there. And this is a big area where we don't want to do anything. I think we already mentioned it in some prior videos, in one of our first videos, that here I think we won't ever touch it. You see some marigold seeds which Paulina collected in the garden. We won't ever do anything here. We will just leave it to itself and let nature do its thing, and have like a reserve for wildlife, as we already said. Down there we also planted the bamboo, so our dream is that maybe the monkeys one day will come and visit us. So here, all this is the corn area. And here, this slope above the swale there, the canal there, we planted yam, and down. Now you can see it because it's also overgrown, but we planted more yucca. And this is our huge mango tree. Yeah, there's some mangoes left, but I think the harvest is like the season is coming to an end, but we had so many mangoes. We made marmalade. It's amazing. It's such a blessing to have such a huge mango tree on our land. We go down here. This is also what we made here. The swales and the canals. For now, we only made it on this part because it's like everything. It's a lot of work. So you see, there's lots of work to do, and we can't do it all at once. So we have to set priorities. And well, in this, the garden now is left a little bit to itself, and other stuff as well. But that's how it is. You can't change it. And this is another blessing. This huge tree there. This is a guamo tree. There you see the fruits. It's like we already showed you various times. And there, Lily, the mango eating dog. She loves mango as well. But earlier I told you that on the other side we didn't plant, but here we did. Like this side, you see it's not looking as beautiful as the other side. So this is where we started, where we say we need more trees here, we need more stuff here. We have to start there. On the other side it's already looking pretty good. We can leave it like that for now, but this side really needs our attention. So now with the rain, we started planting a lot there. We're going to show you a little bit more. So here we have this very huge and old sugarcane, which we are bit by bit we are cutting down. We eat some and we replant it. And here, Paulina. And here we are making another sugarcane area. There are coming a lot of these little ones out, and we also got from a neighbor. We got the red variety. Here you can see the stem is a little red. So we're not just planting sugarcane here, also in other places, but that's the first spot where we started it.
Garden.
Here we have more yucca that we planted, and there in the mountain as well. And here you can see all this space here. That's the part that we want as a reserve, that we don't want to touch, that we want to leave wild. And well, our pond at this moment is looking nicely. It's like full and everything, but that's because it was raining a lot tonight, and well, there is the water leaving, so probably tomorrow it won't have a lot of water left, so unfortunately it's still not holding the water. So here you can also see there's even a fence as well. That is the next line of our land. And here in this part, we told you we already planted a lot. Here we have, for example, a little cocoa tree. There's more cocoa trees. We planted, here's a guamo tree which we planted. We planted here some native trees which are not fruit trees. More cocoa trees, and here's also these. This will become palm trees. We didn't plant them; they grow here, but the former owners, they always cut them down because they don't want that. but we do want it. So here it's the same. In many parts, there's another guamo tree. In many parts, we just have to let the stuff grow. Maybe chop off the herbs a little bit to make it easier for the stuff we want to grow. But there's already a lot of stuff there. Here we planted another mango tree, and everywhere cocoa trees, which the kids got from the seeds. It's like it's a pity because they always only thought in like in business, and that's why all the land is just cultivated with plantain. And here this side also the plantains are not looking too good. So maybe step by step we want to change it up a little. Maybe even get rid of some of the plantains. And here everywhere where we got these sticks, we planted the yam. There's already coming out a very beautiful one. But in most spots they still need their time. It still takes some time. Here we also planted an avocado tree. And this was the first tree that we planted here on our land. It's a sapote tree, and when we got it, it was barely like this high. So it's already been growing quite good. These were also the first cocoa trees we planted. They also, you can see the difference, they're already bigger. But it's not all going well. You can see this one, for example, is not looking too healthy. But we will see, maybe it can make it. Here we got another avocado tree. Stop. And now we've been before, like in this spot, there were the line of the trees, the high trees and the palm trees. There we've been, and we've shown you. And all this part down and there, that will be the reserve for the wildlife. I think it's quite a good space. And also we showed you on the other side that there's more spots where we want to live wild. So we don't want to take all the land, we also want to leave some of the land for the animals. And here is another border, the last border of our land. It's just like here, more or less until the last of these stems. And yeah, and there you can see the neighbors. Their technique is to chop down everything and then burn it. But you can see they also they burned it here, and then it's full of weeds, so it's not a super technique either, not that effective. So maybe our style is a little bit more work, but it's definitely more sustainable. And also on the other side, and also here you see all the organic matter we are leaving on the floor. It's only working for us, so we won't start burning our land. Here's some coconut palms that we planted, and here's all this zone here. Up there we have the sweet potatoes growing. They are already huge, they are growing so nicely. And all this part here, we have like we showed you on the balcony, on the porch, there's like yeah, maybe 20 little cocoa trees more, and they are all coming here. We have the breadfruit trees, which and here as well, on this side as well we have the breadfruit trees as well. which also we are going to plant around here. And yeah, maybe 1 or 2 avocado trees more. And here you see our outdoor dry toilet, which was moving here from here to there. We always made a huge hole, and there was a toilet. And now we got an indoor toilet, so this is not needed anymore. On this side we also planted more. There you can see a little mango tree, and on the border of the land we planted some more like native trees. Also cocoa trees, and we are almost back to our house, entering now from the other side. There we are. Now we are entering from this side. We started our tour here, and we are almost done. You see, this is our dry compost toilet. We already talked so much, so we won't show you that today. We hopefully soon will have the possibility to make other style of videos again, and then we are going to show you that. And here we are in the kitchen, and there's another exit where we are basically directly in the animal area. Yeah, and from here you see the garden. Yeah, and that was a tour. It was a lot longer than we wanted it to be. Maybe we are going to have to split the video into parts. I don't know yet, because it's too long. I hope you like this video. It's a little bit very different from all the videos we did before. A lot of walking, but I think it's also nice to you are following us, you are seeing what we are doing, and I think it's also nice to now have like a more complete picture, an idea of how the land really looks like. You also in each episode we are doing, you always see like one corner of our land, one little element, and I hope we manage to give you an idea of the whole, how it is. Yeah, if you ever are in the area, of course you can contact us and stop by and watch it in person. We are happy about that. If you want to help out a day or something, also, of course, we have space here. That's no problem. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's not too boring, this video. And yeah, we hope we can fix the computer, the laptop. Also, yeah, we have one of these laptops from the brand with the fruit logo. I think you know what I mean. And so it's always difficult, and where we are living it's especially difficult. There are no like specialized stores or anything, so we have to look, and probably it's also possible that fixing the laptop could be very expensive, so we have to see how we are going to do that. But anyways, if not, we'll find another solution. Maybe we will make short raw videos like this one, not as long as this one, short videos. And if not, you can also follow us on Instagram. There we are constantly putting out pictures and little videos sometimes about what we are doing. And well, see you next week. If you like the video, leave us a thumb up. We would appreciate that a lot. And well, hope to see you soon. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Bye.
Bye bye.